is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday. It's the 10th of April, 2021. It's the birthday of Dolores Huerta, born 1930 in the mining town of Dawson, New Mexico, raised in Stockton, California, in the San Joaquin Valley. She was an elementary school teacher. Many of her students, the children of farm workers living in poverty, came to school hungry, and Dolores Huerta said, "I couldn't tolerate seeing kids come to class hungry and needing shoes. I thought I could do more by organizing farm workers than by trying to teach hungry children." She met Cesar Chavez, 1962. Together, they formed United Farm Workers. They organized the famous Delano grape strike, 1965. It went on for 5 years, striking to receive the national minimum wage, which finally they won. Dolores Huerta, the mother of 11 children, she said, "What I'd like to share with people is that what we have to give to our children is a social conscience, so they grow up knowing that this is something they can do, that they have power to help people." 1925, on this day, Fitzgerald's novel The Great Gatsby was published. It's the birthday of novelist Paul Theroux, born in Medford, Massachusetts, 1941, joined the Peace Corps, taught English in Malawi and Uganda, moved his family to Singapore, then to England, and devoted himself full-time to writing. 1975, he came out with his book, The Great Railway Bazaar, about a 4-month train trip from Britain to Japan, which became a bestseller. And it's the birthday of the writer Annie Lamott, born San Francisco, 1954, author of Operating Instructions, and her book Bird by Bird, Some Instructions on Writing and Life. Anne Lamott, who says nothing can break the mood of a piece of writing like bad dialogue. My students are reading an otherwise terrific story to the class and then hit a patch of dialogue that is so purple and expositional that it reads like something from a childhood play by the Gabor sisters. It looked okay on paper, yet now it sounds as if it were poorly translated from their native Hindi. Here's a poem for today by Jack Riddle, Here in the Time Between. Here in the time between snow and the bud of the rhododendron, we watch the robins look into the gray and narrow our view to the patches of wild grasses coming green, the pile of ashes in the fireplace, haphazard sticks on the paths and gardens, leaves tangled in the ivy and periwinkle lie in wait against our will. This drawing near of renewal of stems and blossoms, the hesitant return of the anarchy of mud and seed, says not yet to the blood's crawl. When the deer along the stream look back at us, we know again we have left them. We pull a blanket over us when we sleep, as if living in a prayer. We say Amen to the late arrival of red, the stun of green, the muted yellow at the end of every twig. We will lift up our eyes onto the trees, hoping to discover a gnarled nest within the branches' negative space, and we will watch for a fox sparrow rustling in the dead leaves underneath. Here in the Time Between, a poem by Jack Riddle, from Practicing to Walk Like a Heron, published by Wayne State University Press, and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac, funded by donations from listeners like you, now available on PRX for distribution by your local radio station. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.